everybody, and welcome to my channel. Today I will solve several math problems in SAT. So let's start with problem number one. Problem number one. We have a gas station that sells both regular gas and premium gas. Now, regular gas is sold for $2.39. Regular $2.39 per gallon. Per gallon. And premium gas is sold for $2.79 per gallon. And the total number of gallons sold, total number of gallons sold in a given day, sold equals 550, and they were sold for $550, and the sale was 1334 for $4.5. So this is the given information. Now we are asked to determine how many gallons were sold from each type. How many gallons were sold from regular and from premium. Okay, so the first step is to put the information given into algebraic format. So we have the information, we know that the number of gallons sold is 550, so we have regular plus premium equals 550 gallons, where regular is the number of gallons sold from the regular gas, and P is the number of gallons from the premium. And we know the total price. So the total price, the total sale was 1344.5, which is 2.39 for the regular. So that's 2.39 regular by 2 plus 2.79 premium equals 1344.5. So this is equation 2. So we have two equations in two unknowns, and we are required to solve them. So we can solve them by substitution. We find the value of the one variable in terms of the other from equation 1. So we found that R from equation 1, R equals 550 minus T. This is from equation 1. So this is equation 3. Now we substitute R into equation 2. Then we get an equation in one variable in P. We can solve it for P. So 2.39 by R, which is 550, minus P plus 2.79 P equals 1344.5. So we do the multiplication, 2.39 by 550, so that's 1314, 1314.5 minus 2.39 P plus 2.79 P equals 1344.5. So here we have 2.79 P minus 2.39 P, which is 0.49 P. Equals 1344.5 minus 1314.5, which is 30. So from this equation, we get P equals 30 over 0.49 over 0.4, sorry. 30 over 0.4. This is 0.4, so 30 over 0.4, which is 75. So we get the value of P. Now we know that P plus E plus R equals 550. So we get P is 75 plus R equals 550. So R equals 550 minus 75, which is 475. So we solved for the number of gallons for regular gas and also for Perriman. So this is the solution. Now the next problem. Now in a school, or 55% of the students sing in the choir. Now, of the remaining percentage of the students, of the remaining 80% sing in the band or play in the band. Now, if in this school, each student should participate in one activity, in one musical activity. So each student, we know that each student should participate in one musical activity. So what's the percentage of the students? What the question is, what percentage of the students are involved or participate in other activities, in other than the choir or the band? So this is the required. So we know that 55% of the students participate in the choir. Now, of the remaining, 80% participate in the band. So the rest have other activities. So how much is this rest? So now the remaining of the students is 45%. So 0.8 of the 45% participate in the band. So 0.8 by 45, that's 36% participate in the band. In the band. So those participate in other activities. So other activities, other musical activities. Equal 100%, the total percentage minus, we have 55 in the choir plus 36 in the band. So this is 100% minus 91, which equals to 9%. So 9% of the students participate in musical activities other than the choir or the band. So this is the answer. Next question. We have a function f of x. F of x equals half x plus 2. So what is the value of x? What is x? And we have the function x half x plus 2. Now f of x is 12. If f of x is 12, what is x? So here we substitute. Here we have 12 equals half x plus 2. So this is an equation with one unknown, which is x. So we can solve. So we have half x equals 12 minus 2, which is 10. Half x equals 10. So x equals we have, just let me check. Yeah, half x equals 10, then x equals 20. X equals 20. So this is the answer. And we can substitute if you like. For x equals 20, half of 20, that's 10 plus 2 is 12. So f of 20 is 12. If you want to check your answer. Next question. Now, in a school, we go back to school. In a school, thirty minutes of homework, 30 minutes of homework for the first class. Now, each other class, for all other classes, there is a homework of 45 minutes. Homework for all other classes. So for the first class, there is a homework of 30 minutes. And for all other classes, the homework is 45 minutes. So for a student who's taking C classes, if a student have C classes, for student who has C classes, number of C classes, how many minutes of homework? Of homework. So we have minutes of homework. Let's call it H homework of C, number of classes equals the first class. So there's 30 minutes for the first class plus 45 minutes for the rest of the classes. So C minus 1. So if he has, for example, 3 classes, he will have 30 minutes for the first class and 45 minutes for the other 2, for each of the other 2 classes, and so on. So H of C, number of minutes as a function in the number of classes is 30 plus 45 C minus 45, which equals 45C minus 50. So this is the solution. So we expressed the number of minutes of homework in terms of the number of classes. So this is the solution to this question. So let's do one more question. Now we have a function y defined in terms of x, y of x, y equals 2x minus 6. This is given, and we are given 4 points, and we want to determine which point lies on this line. So we have A, 6 and 7. We have B, 7 and 7. And we have C, 7 and 8. And we have D, 8 and 7. So we want to determine which of these points lie on this line. So to solve this problem, we should substitute for x and see if we get the y. So the point that satisfies both conditions, x and y, is the correct answer. So let's start with the first point, 6 and 7. So 6, x equals 6. So 2 by 6 is 12, minus 6 is 6. So this is wrong. This is 6 and 6. In the second point, x is 7. So 2 by 7 is 14. Minus 6 is 8. So this also does not satisfy. So the third one, 7, 2 by 7 is 14. Minus 8 is minus 6 is 8. So the third point is correct, satisfies the equation, which is 2 by 7, 14, minus 6 is 8. So 7 or 8, 7 and 8 satisfies the equation. So this is the correct answer. So let's see the last problem. Which of the following is parallel to the line? So we have a line. We have a line y equals minus 1/3 x plus 1/6. So this is a given equation, straight line. And we are given different 4 equations, and we want to determine which line is parallel to this line. Now the rule is that two straight lines are parallel if their slopes are equal. Slopes are equal. Now, when a straight line is expressed as y equals ax plus b, this is the general formula of a straight line. Now, a is the slope, and b is the y-intercept. So for our question, here we have y equals minus 1/3 x plus 6. So the slope is minus 1/3. The slope of the line is minus 1/3. This is the slope, minus 1/3. So we are given different formula. Let me, we have x plus 3y equals 5. This is one option. So let's start with this option. So we should put the line in the standard format, y equals ax plus b. So here we have 3y equals 5 minus x. Then we have y equals 5/3 minus 1/3 x. So we see the slope of this line. You see the slope of this line equals minus 1/3. We see the slope of this line equals minus 1/3. So this is the correct answer. So this line is parallel to this line. This one, the slope of both lines is minus 1. Here, let me write to you the other options just to show you that you can check that they are not parallel. So the other options is x equals x minus 1/3 y equals 3, and we have x minus 3y equals 2, and we have x plus 6y equals 4. So if you try to put each one in the standard format, you will see that the slope is different from minus 1/3. So the correct answer is the first answer. That's all for this video. Thank you for following my channel. If you have any question about the problems we solved today, please leave me a comment. If you also need help with any problem or question, please leave me a comment. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.